alone, nearly 1 million people have watched our live sports, news, and entertainment programming.
I'm Kate Czaplinski, and this is your coffee break on the HAN Network for Friday, September 9th. We have the latest local news for you today, including a man arrested after burglarizing a Rita's Italian Ice, a marijuana grow discovered in Norwalk, and more. We also run down our most read stories of this week, and later on, we welcome some of Ridgefield's finest and bravest to discuss an upcoming Public Safety Day. Frank Granito, of course, will join us later for a Nutmeg Sports Update, previewing what's coming up this weekend, and a lot more. But first, on to today's news. A motorcyclist was killed Thursday afternoon in Bridgeport after becoming trapped under a city bus. 40-year-old Luis Santiago of Kosov Street was found dead by rescuers who labored to free his body from underneath the right front tire of the bus, according to police. Santiago suffered severe trauma to his head, neck, and body, according to Bridgeport Police Captain Robert Evans. He was transported to Bridgeport Hospital, where he was pronounced dead at 2:30 p.m. The Connecticut Post reports that investigators said the bike's brakes may have locked up, and the motorcyclist was not wearing a helmet at the time. And in news just out this morning, a 48-year-old man has been charged in Shelton with breaking into Rita's Italian Ice on Thursday, and police suspect he may be connected to other commercial burglaries in the area. Police say that Stephen Carlotto is facing burglary charges in the incident that occurred at 783 River Road around 3:30 in the morning. A front door lock was damaged at the business and a safe was stolen. Surveillance video showed the burglar driving a dark BMW 3 Series, and later that day, Stratford police stopped the vehicle and Carlotto was arrested on a different warrant. Police said Carlotto had coin rolls from Rita's and burglars' tools in his vehicle. He is a suspect in other commercial burglaries in Shelton and nearby. And in other news today, Norwalk police discovered a marijuana grow at 15 Anderson Road on Wednesday. Acting on an anonymous tip, Special Services investigators located the marijuana grow, and then investigators executed a search warrant and located 16 large marijuana plants. The homeowner, Timothy Flaherty, was arrested and faces a number of drug charges. Anonymous tips can be sent to the Norwalk police at their website, norwalkpd.com. And Monroe police arrested Andres Hernandez Jr. for his involvement in a motorcycle accident that resulted in the death of a motorcyclist on Route 110 back on June 18th. Hernandez of Bridgeport turned himself in at the police department on September 7th. He was charged with negligent homicide with a motor vehicle and failure to obey a stop sign. Police said that Hernandez was driving a GMC pickup truck and towing a trailer on Wheeler Road and failed to stop for a stop sign at Route 110. Russell Curtis, 68 years old, was riding his motorcycle when he was struck by the GMC pickup truck. Police said Curtis died from his injuries shortly after being transported to the hospital. Hernandez was held on a $20,000 court-set bond. And in other news, a Stratford man accused of stealing cash and jewelry from an Easton home while working there for a general contractor has been charged with third-degree burglary and larceny. Scott Milne, 40 years old of Stratford, turned himself into Easton police on September 1st upon learning there was a warrant for his arrest. That incident was reported back on July 20th, and the investigation followed. The value of the cash and jewelry was not known. Milne allegedly confessed to taking the cash, but not the jewelry, police said. They also had some advice for residents when hiring people to work in their home. They said hide valuables in a discreet location if you have people in and out of the house that you don't know. And an 8-year quest to improve emergency communications and cellular service in Trumbull could just be days away from completion as workers have completed construction on the communications tower at Trumbull Police Headquarters. That project was first proposed in 2009. Deputy Chief Glenn Burns said the platform for the emergency dispatch radios has been installed, and now it was a matter of waiting for the radio equipment to be installed. The new tower is part of a larger project to upgrade communications, which includes replacing the previous lattice antenna with a monopole about 30 feet taller, and also the installation of 7 other communications antennas in town. Cellular provider T-Mobile first proposed a 180-foot tower back in 2009, but neighbors and the police union opposed the tower, citing potential loss of property value and possible health effects of radiation from cellular transmissions. The Connecticut Siting Council approved a 130-foot pole in 2012, and in 2014, the Trumbull Town Council approved adding 20 feet to the tower's height. And State Representative John Shaben, the Republican who's challenging incumbent Democratic Congressman Jim Himes in the 4th District, on Thursday opened his campaign headquarters in Bridgeport, the easternmost city in the district. Shaben, a Reading resident, said Bridgeport is emblematic of problems that he said need to be fixed. Check out this video shot by John Kovach.
One of the reasons I wanted to put this office here in Bridgeport is because Bridgeport is a prime example of the central thesis of my campaign. We do not manage our resources properly. We are a state that sends almost the most per capita down to the federal government, gets back almost the least in our rate of return, and here we have failing schools, hospitals being cut, school budgets getting cut, infrastructure that doesn't work, and we're getting our own dollars back at a discount for what? For local purposes. We have the federal government send us back 60-something cents on the dollar historically, which puts us at the bottom of the rate of return list, and then telling us how to spend our own money. Telling us how to spend our own money on...
Shaben also said calling federal funds grants was a misnomer, and he criticized Connecticut's current congressional delegation. Check out this other video.
I love it. You call it a grant. I give you $1, you give me 60 cents back, and then want to get congratulated for giving me some of my own money back. Schools are too important to be managed and funded by the federal government. That is a state job, that is a local job. It's the same, we have the same issue repeating with environmental programs, we have the same issue repeating with programs to help the needy. Here we are, the richest state per capita, and what have we seen in the last 6 months? State deficits, hospitals being cut, school budgets getting cut, we're cutting environmental programs. We can't fund the stuff we need to fund because we're not managing our resources properly. And our federal contingent, you got 5 congressmen and 2 senators, they're not even in the room down in D.C. when the folks who are deciding how much of our own money we might get back is being decided. They're not even in the room. That's got to change.
You can read more and see more of Shaben's speech at your local HAN Network news site. We're going to step out for a break, and when we come back, as we mentioned earlier, we have some special guests, some of Ridgefield's finest and bravest joining us. Also, Canine Loki, who we're excited to have back. That coming up on your coffee break, live from Ridgefield after this. Have a sports injury or a slip and fall that needs immediate care? Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care gives you direct access to an orthopedic specialist fast, without an appointment. Biking, golf, tennis, soccer, whatever the sports injury is, sprain or fracture, Coastal Ortho Express can help. Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care, open Monday through Saturday, now in 2 locations. The iPark building at 761 Main Avenue in Norwalk and 36 Old Kings Highway South in Darien. Or go to coastalorthoexpress.com, like them on Facebook.
At Mex on Main, Trumbull's very own Mexican grill, we're all about fresh, fast, and friendly service. Our Main Street restaurant offers the best in traditional and non-traditional Mexican dishes, with only the best ingredients, never frozen. From authentic burritos, fajitas, quesadillas, and salads, we have something on the menu for everyone in the family. And enjoy our open salsa bar, giving you more ways to customize your meal. Stop in for lunch or dinner at 6528 Main Street, Trumbull, or find out more at mexonmain.com.
The leaves are changing, water temps dropping, and the sun is setting a little earlier each day, but there's still a lot of great boating, fishing, and coast time left before we see the first snow. And above all, remember, it's always summer at the Dock Shop. With loads of new fishing tackle and accessories, clothing, jewelry, and home decor, the Dock Shop is just what you need when you start to feel that New England autumn chill. Boater, beach bum, fisherman, or simply love the New England coast, this is a unique place to shop. The Dock Shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport, dockshop.com.
I'm Frank Granito.
And I'm Donald Ing for the HAN Network.
Tune in to Nutmeg Sports Monday through Wednesday, where we bring you all the top stories for Connecticut sports.
From players and coaches' interviews to expert opinions with local sports editors, no one gets you closer to Connecticut's games than Nutmeg Sports.
Nutmeg Sports, Monday through Wednesday at 2 p.m. on the HAN Network.
You're watching the HAN Network, and you're not alone. More than 1.5 million viewers have watched our live sports, news, and entertainment broadcasting since the network launched in August 2015. Advertise on the network that reaches Fairfield County, Connecticut's most engaged audience. Contact Advertising Director Jessica Murrin at 203-273-7312 or email jessica@han.network.
We're back on this Friday edition of your coffee break on the HAN Network. I'm Kate Czaplinski, and we have a full house now under our tent here at Tiger Hollow in Ridgefield. I have some special guests. Let me introduce them. We have Ridgefield Police Captain Jeff Kreitz. We have Officer Sean Murray and Canine Loki right here with us. He's enjoying himself right now in this heat. We also have Fire Chief Kevin Tappy and Volunteer Fire Chief Tim Pambianchi. And we're here today to talk about Public Safety Day, which Captain Kreitz is coming up next weekend, right?
Correct. It's Sunday, September 18th, and it's running from 10 to 2 at East Ridge Middle School right in the front lot there. You're not going to be able to miss us when you drive by.
So tell us a little bit how Public Safety Day started.
We started it, I don't know, about 15 years ago, and then it stopped for a little while, and about 3 years ago we started it back up. The Ridgefield Police Benevolence Association, the Volunteer Fire Department, and the Career Fire Department, as well as a bunch of other organizations from town. And we really want to promote, public safety and what we do and show the community exactly how we keep them safe.
Right. Now, Chief Tappy, tell us a little bit about what the fire department's contributing to this year's event.
Well, we're gonna have a few different things to see there. We have a fire safety trailer, which the kids just love. Where they go in, we can talk about fire hazards. They can crawl low. We actually have some real smoke for them, and they can escape out a window and down a ladder, which a lot of the kids like. We'll have some apparatus on display, as well as firefighters there to answer questions and talk to people. As emergency management director, we also have some information about emergency management, and our CERT team, as well as our animal rescue, the regional animal rescue team will be there, and they will be talking about pet sheltering and pet safety and what have you.
That's really great. Ridgefield has a very active CERT team.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
And now, Chief Pambianchi, obviously Ridgefield has a big volunteer firefighter base. Can you tell us a little bit about your involvement in the event?
Yeah, this year the volunteer staff will be there. We will be assisting with the fire safety trailer. We will have apparatus on display. Members will be there showing the community what it is that we do. Turnout gear, showing kids. The fire safety trailer is a very big hit. Kids can actually go in it. We learn about fire safety in the home, playing with, not to play with matches and candles, smoke detectors, the importance of smoke detectors. So all that, it pans out for a good day.
And now I have to, oh, sorry.
We should mention also that we will be doing CPR training for the public there. The new CPR is basically hands-on only, and it's easy to learn in about 5 or 10 minutes, and so we'll be offering that as well.
Now that's really important, because when a lot of people think of CPR, they think of like the mouth breathing part, but now it's really just about chest compression.
Yes, it is, but for the general public anyway, yes.
Right. All right, so we also have to talk about our special guest, Canine Loki, who we had last year on the HAN Network. Now, Officer Murray, what will Canine Loki be doing at the event?
We're going to be doing a demo, showing off a few of his talents, from obedience to tactical obedience, finding narcotics, and the fun thing for everybody is suspect apprehension.
Right, that is fun. I mean, last year, I should say, he found some placed drugs on our old HAN Cruiser.
Yes, yes.
They weren't ours, really. They were planted there. But he is always a big hit, especially with the kids, too, right?
Yep, kids love him. So so hopefully everybody comes out and, they can pet Loki after the show and everything. That's fine. So.
Now, Captain Kreitz, anything else about the event that you want to be sure people know about?
Yeah, well, we have another, and one of the biggest hits last year was the helicopter fly-in. So we're having our friends at Eagle One. It's an old Vietnam era Huey helicopter fly in. They're going to land on the ball field there at East Ridge on the south field and give a demonstration. They'll let the kids climb through it. They're great. They're an available resource to all police departments in the state 24 hours a day, and it's all privately funded. If you go to their website, you can see it if anyone wants to donate to it. But they are a great asset, a great resource, and a great hit at Safety Day.
Now, would you say this event really just helps build community?
Absolutely, and promote safety, awareness, and education. We also, another big event or thing that's being held there is the child car seat installation and inspection. Last year you needed an appointment. This year you do not need an appointment. So just stop by. We're going to have multiple techs from our agency there, as well as Safe Kids Fairfield County techs. So just come on by. They say approximately 80% of child car seats, if not more, are installed incorrectly. Wow. So it's very important to get them inspected if they're already in, or we'll be happy to install them. So.
Now, you may know Captain Kreitz from the famous Prospector Ridgefield Pokemon Go video. Yep. I just have to mention that because it was one of our favorites. We played it on the show. It was so much fun.
Yeah, they're a great group. That was a lot of fun doing that. It was a hot day. I got to cool off in the pool too. But again, awareness and working with the folks at the Prospector. They are a great group over there.
So great. And we should say, if you haven't seen that Pokemon Go video, you can check out Prospector Ridgefield's Facebook page. It's awesome. And so great to see volunteers, career firefighters, police all working together for Public Safety Day. Tell us again when it is and where people can go.
It is Sunday, September 18th. East Ridge Middle School, which is 10 East Ridge Road, and it's from 10 to 2. And I should make a note, if it rains, we're going to have to cancel it. Stay tuned to the press and our Facebook page and the fire department's Facebook page. We'll post it if we have to cancel it, but we'll keep our fingers crossed, and hopefully it's not canceled and it's a beautiful day.
All right, keeping our fingers crossed. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining me. We're going to step out for a break. When we come back, we have the rundown of our top stories this week after this. As you're getting back to your regular schedules, we're excited to get back to doing what we do best, offering you the freshest seasonal fare and all the ingredients for a healthy start to school. So shop Walter Stewart's for everything fresh, from A, apples to Z, zucchini, and from cotton candy grapes to back to nature all-natural snack bags. We save you time by stocking all of your favorite back-to-school essentials under one roof. Walter Stewart's Market, 229 Elm Street, or shop online at stewartsmarket.com.
I really wanted something that felt like a home. Coming from a big house, I wanted the feel of a home as opposed to a condo. New Canaan is 6 minutes down the road. New Canaan's a beautiful little town to walk around. I work in Westport. My commute is 20 minutes. It's close to Westchester, where my family is, so the location is ideal. There is no other townhome that compares in the area. This is where I want to be.
Hi, this is Leo Carl from Carl Chevrolet in New Canaan, and you've heard me talk about the Chevy Volt for years. The new model gets 53 miles on EV charge daily, plus 420-mile full range. But don't take my word for it. You need to come in and test drive the Volt yourself. Visit us at 261 Elm Street in New Canaan or online at carldirect.com.
I'm John Kovach. I'm a newspaper editor. I'm a high school football coach. I'm a television presenter. And I want you to love fishing as much as I do. Tune in to Yankee Fisherman, Thursdays at 1 on the HAN network. It's like going to the tackle shop without leaving your office.
What's happening up in Hartford and what's trending in the Nutmeg State?
Join Kate Czaplinski
And Josh Fisher
on CT Pulse live Wednesdays at 12:30 to find out.
We talk to the leaders and newsmakers while breaking down the stories you should be paying attention to each week.
With the help of HAN's editorial cartoonist Doug Smith, we take a humorous look at the news of the week. We talk about everything you were told you should avoid bringing up in polite company.
CT Pulse, Wednesdays at 12:30 on the HAN network.
I'm Denise DiGregoli, the host of The Drive on the HAN network. Join me Tuesdays for some motivational, intelligent talk with a little humor as we visit with people who live their lives mindfully. Tune in to The Drive live on Tuesdays, 12:30, here on the HAN network.
You're watching the HAN Network, and you're not alone. More than 1.5 million viewers have watched our live sports, news, and entertainment broadcasting since the network launched in August 2015. Advertise on the network that reaches Fairfield County, Connecticut's most engaged audience. Contact Advertising Director Jessica Murrin at 203-273-7312 or email jessica@han.network.
We are back on your coffee break live from Tiger Hollow in Ridgefield. I'm Kate Czaplinski, and I'm going to throw it over to Frank Granito now to tell you why we're here today and give you a little preview of what's coming up. Frank?
Well, thank you, Kate. I clearly got the short end of the deal having to stand outside the tent today. We've got our first broadcast of the fall coming up tonight. The Trumbull Eagles will travel to Tiger Hollow to take on the Ridgefield Tigers. That game is at 7 o'clock. Pre-game coverage for that will start at 6:50 with myself and Mike Suppy. But don't forget to tune in to FCAC Tailgate at 5:15, where we will preview tonight's game as well as our second game of the weekend. We'll take a quick look at Danbury at Stanford tomorrow as FCAC football kicks off right here from Tiger Hollow tonight. Let's send it back up to Kate now.
Much, Frank. Now, getting back to news, since it's Friday, we are breaking down the biggest stories this week that captured the most reader attention, including a fight between Wilton and Ridgefield students that reportedly started because of a scavenger hunt. One Ridgefield student was brought to the hospital by his parents after that altercation last Wednesday. Sources say that one of the items on that senior scavenger hunt was to urinate on a Wilton field and that sparked the fight. Wilton police did rule out earlier reports that a golf club or a baseball bat were used during that altercation at the Wilton football field. In a statement to the Wilton Bulletin, Lieutenant Stephen Brennan said that no arrests would be made at this time. And another top story this week, a New Haven man was charged in connection to a hit-and-run incident that killed an Ansonia man in December 2015 along Bridgeport Avenue. On September 2nd, 36-year-old Ryder Kingsley surrendered himself to Shelton Police at their headquarters, where he was charged with negligent homicide with a motor vehicle and evading responsibility in connection with that hit-and-run that killed avid cyclist Brian Buzz Klimas back on December 23rd. Klimas was the husband of 32 years to Karen Corbin Klimas, a father of 3, and he had 1 grandchild. And another big story this week was that the Weston First Selectman Nina Daniel is taking a medical leave of absence from her position. In an announcement sent to town hall workers this morning, Selectman Dennis Tracy said the leave will run for the next several weeks and that Daniel expects to be back to work by October 3rd. He did not elaborate on the reason for the leave. Daniel's medical leave follows an extended 2-week vacation, which she announced she was taking last Tuesday following a special selectmen's meeting. Tracy has been acting as interim first selectman since last Wednesday and said he plans to continue to do so during Daniel's medical leave. He said town business will continue as normal, but you can look for updates on that story at thewestonforum.com. And finally, the Milford community is rallying around a local athlete. With funds nearing $82,000 for a local teenager with a brain tumor, a hair salon fundraiser is now planned to help close the gap on the $100,000 sought to help the family with medical bills. 19-year-old Danielle Kemp of Milford, a foreign high school graduate and currently a Division I student athlete at Stony Brook in Long Island, is undergoing treatment for a brain tumor. An avid softball player since childhood, Danny was playing softball for the Brakettes this summer when she got hit by a pitch in the helmet during an at-bat. After a few weeks, she went to the doctor because she felt dizzy. Doctors initially thought it was a concussion, but an MRI was ordered and they realized it was a tumor. The family was told that due to the location of that tumor, surgery is not an option. Instead, the young Milford woman began radiation therapy at the end of August and will receive treatment Monday through Friday for a total of 6 weeks. That upcoming fundraiser, Haircuts and Manicures for a Cause, will take place Sunday, September 18th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Hair Forever on New Haven Avenue. You can get more information at milfordmirror.com. Well, that does it for a rundown of the top stories this week. Of course, we want to thank all our guests from the Ridgefield Police Department and Ridgefield Fire Department. It's still a very busy day for us. As Frank mentioned, we have FCAC Tailgate coming at you at 5:10. And then, of course, Ridgefield takes on Trumbull High at 7 o'clock. Be sure to check it out. We'll see you for your coffee break Monday at 11.